All right, hey guys, welcome back. I got a bringing you a match here from Kenny's 8-ball tournament a few weeks ago. It's between Kenny Stubbs and myself. Let's start this. You see Kenny's break-in. This is a race to 3. It's 8-ball break, alternating break. Your opponent's supposed to rack for you. Anyway, let's get this thing kicking here. All right, here we go. See, Kenny gets a nice break. Kind of put everything he had into that one. I don't know if he made anything. Let's see if I can get. There's a couple minutes pause between some of these between Kenny because of course he's running the bar, so he must have made something. Nope, he didn't make anything. I don't know what I was waiting on. I don't know if I can't really fast forward it here, but anyway. So I got to come to the table here. I got to figure out where my problem balls are, and as you can see over here, there's 2 balls right there. So I'm thinking I'm going to go stripes. Yeah, took stripes. Got kind of straight in on that. Now I got to try and break up these balls right here. My next priority. Oh, got to make that ball first. All right. So let's see how Kenny's going to attack those balls there. I think it's the 1. It might be the 7 or 3. No, it's a 3 ball. 1 and the 3. Let's see how he attacks that. I think he might be able to try and break it here with some top. It'd be pretty close. Show you what I'm talking about. I would think if he'd come off this rail right here, cue ball here, and back this way, that'd be nice. I think he's trying to do it, but he put inside on it. He didn't put straight top. Well, he kind of effectively broke him out. He can make that ball now on the side. Yeah, nice. And he's got to deal with one of the same problems that I got to deal with there, which is the 4 ball right in the middle of the table, attached to that stripe. I think he's going to go for the one in the corner here and try and break out that one a little bit. Looks like the 6 ball. Yep. Oh, and he broke it. Nice. Nice. Now if it goes by this ball over here, I'm not sure if it goes in this direction or not, but it's real close. It's real close. So other than that, I don't think he has a shot anywhere. So I'm not sure what he does here. I can't remember what happened 2 weeks ago. Oh, it went. Nice shot. He's on point right now. You just got to drift this ball up to about the middle of the, or just hit it, kind of a stun it over. Not so much the middle of the table, but yeah, that's a good shot. But now he's a little bit short to where he wanted to be. He wanted to be a little more straight in on this 5. But he can still might be able to get away with it if he puts some inside on it. Just let it rip. I think he tries to hold it here, though. No, he goes back and forth. Okay. Does he get enough? And it looks like he's got enough. But now how is he going to control the cue ball to get a spot on the 8? So he needs to take a timeout. Anybody got a timeout? He can hit it with some inside spin and hit it with nice speed and kind of bring that ball. I think if he hits it right enough with some inside, he would bring that ball right around in this area, actually. Let's see. I think he's just trying to figure out what to do or how to get there. Or I'm thinking he could kind of hit it this direction like this, put a little bit of top right on it, maybe have it come up here and then back in and kind of hit the 9 or the 8, right, like that. I don't know what you guys would do there in that situation. Yeah, he tried to go a little forward, but he just kind of lost focus on actually making the ball. That wasn't I mean, he had a shot if he'd have made it. It might have been a slightly different location on that cue ball if he had made it, but that would have been, he'd had a decent shot in the corner. So let's see what I have to attack here. Where's my trouble ball? I think it's the one. I think I'm going to go for. I think I'm going to go for this ball right here in the corner. Let's see what happens there. A little bit of bottom left. Yeah, I'm stretching. Short table, and I still have to use a 12-inch extension. Yeah, a little bottom left come out. Now I believe I'm going to go for the 9. The 9 in the side. I'll try to get above or below, I guess. Try to get right about there for the 13 in the opposite corner. Oh, nope. Critiquing myself. It's probably what I should have done. Got a little bit too long on that one. I think I'm going to go for the in the side and go up table a little bit, come down. Try to get as straight in as possible. It's not bad. It's not a bad shot. I just like to leave that ball right around that area. Maybe a little drawback for the 8. And I'm just not quite straight in, but I think I still am able to pull this kind of straight back and play that 8 in the upper left corner. So I'm going to end up, let's see what happens here. I can't remember. I'm getting ahead of myself. That's how I miss, by the way, getting ahead of myself. All right, so I won that one. I'm going to be breaking. I like to break straight on. If I get a ball go, this is APA rules, by the way. So straight on, it's like I'm trying to get a table run if I can, but APA rules off the break are a little bit more tougher for the break than BCA rules. So I end up getting a stripe, which is not too bad because I got that upper left corner blocked. But I got a bunch of clutter like right here in the middle of the table that I got to deal with eventually. And I can take it here. By going a combination where I can bring this ball back and then bring it into this. If I use a little bit of top right, about 2 o'clock on the ball, don't hit it too hard. And ended up making that ball. That wasn't the best outcome, but we'll see here. If I put draw on this ball now, try to make it in the side, I think I can hit that. It looks like the 13 or the 8. Or I can go forward and try to come into it from the other side. But either way, I don't think I get out here because I think this is probably where I should have played safe, but I like to get aggressive. Yeah, I'm going to go forward with it, it looks like. Yeah, try to play it. Okay, so I can see. Yeah, I probably should have stopped this run a while ago. I'm going to end up making this ball. I'm going to go for this corner right here. Yeah, put that over the corner. You get it. But I don't have any way of breaking out that ball in a meaningful shot. So I don't know. Can't remember if I actually make this shot or not. I think I tried to play a defense, what defense I could. Because at this point I'm thinking I don't need to break up. I don't need to break these balls up if I can't make that ball. I need him, need Kenny to break those out. So I'm not sure. That's my first time coming back through this and actually trying to find out what I did. I think I just played a little safe and actually break those balls. Okay. Try to play a little defense, and it kind of backfired on me. My only good thing that came out of that is the 8 ball is still kind of covered up by these balls here. So Kenny still has to work if he's going to run out. He's going to have to do some work himself. Conversely, if Kenny misses here, I got still have my work cut out. So we'll see what happens. Looks like he's going for the 5 in the corner, straight down. And then he will probably take it. I think that's the 7. And that's his ball that he should go after if he can. But ideally, I think he would have went for the 2, cleared it out, so he could use something to break that 8 with. But he's got the 6 over there off to his left that he can use to kind of break up that 8 if he needs to. He wants to save that as the last ball to break out. I don't like to do that. I like to break those out as soon as possible. But if you save it for that last ball and you break it out and it doesn't go as planned, you don't have any other options. I think he tries to go for it here. I think he tries to come this way and kind of put a little bit of draw on it to hit in here to break that out a little bit. Oh, no, he doesn't. Or does he? Wait. That's probably what he should have done. Yeah. I think he ends up doing it. I just think he does it after he makes his 1 ball. Okay, he's a pretty good shot. Well, he's pretty on tonight. Yeah. Yeah, so he's basically in the same exact spot as he was when I pointed it out a minute ago. But I think he needs to put a little bit of draw here. It's not quite a stun. It's kind of like a draw speed. So he can pull it back and at least free up that 8 ball somehow. He wants to try to hit the 8 ball directly. But see, in this case, he's also got to leave. He's going to have a tough shot on the 6. But if he can't, because if he hits the stripe, it doesn't really going to help him unless he hits it hard. And then it's all everything's in play at that point, including safeties. And I had my camera set up. My camera tonight was set up a little bit weird. That's why it's losing focus. I didn't have it set. I actually had it set up as a photo and not a video. That's why it's losing focus on Cam's head. See, he's taking his time on this one because he knows how it's important here. You know, if he goes over and draws too much and hits that, I don't know which one that is, the stripe to the right of the 8. He's not going to have a shot in the 6. Oh, so he's going for the 6 first here, trying to do something with it. Now he's going to be back in the same position. See, now he's yeah, three different times out of that position. So let's see what he does. Yeah, he hits it just a little bit with too much forward momentum on it. I think he put it just a little bit too high on the cue ball. Because he hit it, it seemed like he had good speed. He just didn't put enough draw on it. He was probably about center ball, maybe a half tip above center. If he goes a half tip below center, he's going to have a nice hit on it. So now he's in trouble, and I think he's going to, I believe he's going to call this pocket right here. And then he left me a pretty tough shot here. Backward. I mean, you know, it's a scratch. It's definitely a scratch possibility. If I make this ball, that scratch is in play here. So I have to figure out, okay, how am I getting off the tangent line? I believe I hit this ball where it goes here, and it comes up here, down here, and it goes kind of in this direction right in here somewhere. I usually probably hit it too hard and probably went on the 50-yard line back on it, but that's the path I'm looking for. I need to clear the 8, and I was worried about hitting the 8 because if I draw it too much and hit that 8, it's going to be a scratch. So I got to do like a stun shot speed. See, I'm looking at that line right now. It's more of a stun shot than it was a draw shot. But because of speed I'm hitting, I had to hit pretty low on the cue ball to avoid that pocket, the side pocket. See, there it goes. 1, 2. I went in that side. Yeah, just got to make the. All I got to do is make this ball, right? Pretty simple. We'll take down game 2. On my way to a sweep. Kenny's might have something to say about that. Breaks off pretty well. Don't think he made anything. Nope, didn't make anything. So obviously, what do we got here when we stop the presses here? Stop the presses. I got all kinds of cluster right there. And on top of that, I'm shooting over the 3 ball, it looks like. If I wanted to go for solids or stripes. I was just trying to decide because that 3 ball is huge. Like, what do I go for? Do I go for solids or stripes? I think I might choose solids here. Yeah, the 5 ball is looking pretty good, and I'm trying to break that ball out of there. And I'm thinking this ball goes here. Thinking that ball goes there, but I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember if it went. I think I just hit it bad. I wasn't really trying to run that one when I saw that cluster over there where all those balls are. I was more trying to just contain as much as I could, not leave it easy. I'm messing with my mic. Sorry, guys. Go. Still in the development phases here. All right, so what did Kenny do? It looked like he might have played. Don't really know what he did. I was looking away from the screen for a second. Anyway, guys, if you guys like this video, or if you like the commentary, if you don't like the commentary, or if you think things need to, if there's any kind of improvements that you guys might see, or I'd be appreciative if you would let me know. If you drop a like, and maybe if you haven't subscribed, if you subscribe, I'm trying to build an audience here slowly. I'm trying to come up with some, next couple of weeks, I'm going to come up with some content. Or if you guys have any ideas for content, what you would like to see, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Now, see, that was a key miss right there. That's probably going to come back and haunt me. So I had a pretty good out going on there if I would have just made that ball. That 7. I think I rushed it just a little bit too much. And, yeah. You can see where the ball was going. I was going to go for the 3 ball next. But Kenny's got a decent opportunity for a run out here because the balls are setting up pretty nice for him. Doesn't really have any problems. Then I can see that he has to develop. So I believe that That 13, that ball right in the center goes down into the top left corner and also goes in the top or the bottom right corner. It just depends on which balls he wants to shoot. Which order? Shooter's choice. Nice draw shot. I think he might go for the 9 here, or he might just try to. Not sure if he would combo this or not. I think if he combos it into the left side pocket, now he's going to go for the 9. You don't really like the combo if you don't have to. There you go. Now he's straight. Maybe drift a little bit over to his right off this cube, off this ball here. Get straight in. Yeah. Nice. Little draw, a little bit of left on this ball. Kind of follow through with it. He should be straight in on that 8. Looks like he's drawing it though. Yeah. All right, Kenny take down game 3, 2-1. It's going to be my break, I believe. Sticking with the center break. Oh no. So I make 2 balls off the break, but scratch. 3 balls technically. Oh no. Tail between the legs, walk away from the table. So because it's APA, Kenny's going to get the ball in the kitchen, or he should get the ball in the kitchen. And it's going to be open to him. Which balls look better? I mean, I think he chooses stripes here. You got a few issues, especially in this corner here. This that 14 ball there, it's kind of blocking the corner down here. Down here in this mess, you got a lot of just messy situation there. But I think his stripes are better off than than what would be solids would be my solids. It's just a matter of what he feels comfortable with shooting at. Somebody bumping my table. Yeah, see, I'm losing focus. It's focusing on Kenny. Sorry. I did fix that. Going forward on the next tournament, shouldn't do that. I got my focus settings corrected. This is where I need to have a sound effect of some Jeopardy soundtrack. I'm not even sure which ball he's trying to shoot right now or what he's thinking about. It's like he could be thinking about trying to do this ball into the corner. He needs to develop this ball if he's picking stripes. Sometimes we make it so much harder on ourselves by just overthinking. And then we end up thinking ourselves out of a win. How many of us have ever done that? Anyway, I'm not sure what he goes for here, guys. I don't know. So we'll see. I think he's going for that original ball that I had pointed out earlier. Yep. There we go. So now he put himself in the most enviable position, right behind, attached to the 9 ball at the hip there. I think he can see. I think he can see this 14 in the corner. Don't know. I'm not 100% sure though, but I think I know what he does here. It's vaguely remember. It's coming back to me. He doesn't really have a shot on the 9. I think what he tries to do is he tries to go this rail back into this ball. That's what I mean. You're thinking really long at something, and the saying is, if you think too long, you do it wrong. At least that's a saying I grew up on. So we will wait and see what he does here. So he's measuring the halfway point, trying to go about it that way. But I mean, he's shooting over top of the 9 ball, and that's kind of tricky. Makes it tricky, any kind of English you put on it. Yep. Yeah, he just missed it a little bit too hard. So it gives me set up with ball in hand. I've got issues. I've got issues on the table that, first and foremost, I got to develop this ball right here. And if I can get somehow down in this area, I should be pretty good with getting those remaining balls down there and that side there. And that's where I think that's probably where I start. But in hindsight, I probably should have started up there with that, try to develop that other ball first. But we'll see what happens. Because I really don't have a key ball left down there. So one of my key balls is going to be these 3 down nearest to us in the lower right corner. And I'm not sure if that's the best approach to that. Yeah, see, I wanted to get this ball right in this area if I could. I know it's a small area, but that's what I was thinking. Then I could have maybe addressed this a little differently. But now I'm concerned about, my concern here is making this ball here, but having the cue ball come off of this ball and possibly go in this direction for a scratch. I had no way of breaking out that 5 from this angle. So at this point, I play it safe. I try to play it safe. I try to get up under, if I remember right, I'm trying to get, I think I take the cue ball and get over here, when in reality, I probably should have done the 7 ball over there. Oh, no, it's from the 2, yeah. So I'm dragging it from the 2 to try and get, and I leave it, there's a really bad spot. As you can see, that spot, that shot's going to come back and haunt me. I know I'm giving away a little bit, but I'm also trying to analyze my game and where I went wrong. As you can see here, Kenny, now, it was a decent safety if the 14 wasn't there, but he's shooting over a ball and he hits it pretty good here. He makes this ball. Yeah, and he gets not the greatest position, but then I do believe he's going to go side ball and come down table. Not sure if he's wanting to hit that 8 like that, because he put himself in a weird spot. But I do believe he can make the 12 ball. I think he can see the 12 into the corner, into the upper left corner. If not, I think you can see the 9 ball into the side. See what he does here. See, he's trying to, I do believe he's trying to take this ball here, and he's trying to leave the cue ball. Let me see. He's trying to leave that cue ball in this area over here. It's kind of a long area. But he's almost straight in. He's not quite straight in. It's one of those, it's a tricky shot. You can miss it. You don't focus. Yeah. Nice. And I think he'll go for the 9 ball into the side pocket. Yep. And then there's a 13 in the corner. And so he's got a little bit of a funny little angle on it. Sometimes you can slide that cue ball up in this direction, and then let your tangent line going in that direction right there. But if you play it forward, if he's gonna play it forward, he can go over. Let's see what he does. I think he's gonna go forward with it. Yeah, but he's got a weird angle on this one. Made it a little bit more difficult, but he's going to the side. On this one here, I saw this one today. The guy scratched in the corner. I think he just hits draw on a stun. He makes it right in the side. There you go. So Kenny takes it down, makes it even. Hill. Game 5, Kenny to break. And he scratches. Promptly scratches. But if y'all take a look up at this end of the table with these 2 balls right here, or these 4 balls right there, that is a mess. That's going to play huge in this game. Only if I could play a BCA. That's what I was saying. The BCA style would have been great because BCA is, you put that ball anywhere on the table. So now I'm thinking about, I can hit this ball right here, or just if I can hit right there, I have an opening. That in that circle, I have an opening to make that 3 ball. And that's what I'm thinking about. But the 12 ball, I think it's a 12 ball, does not go by that ball in the corner. It's just a mess in that right there. So even though Kenny scratched, somebody at my skill level, I don't have the above my pay grade, as I say. So I go for this 5. I try to make a little angle on the 5 to control the angle. You see, I didn't quite get back enough. Still not back quite enough in that area right there. That's what I'm trying to see if I can put that cue ball right there. But I can't. And even if I could, I'm not sure if I could even break, because the angle on there so it's a steep angle that I'm not sure I could even come back and touch the 1 ball in that shot. My cue ball needed to be right over in that area, right there where I put that dot. Try one more time. That's a little better. But I think when I go look at it, there's nothing there. So let's see. Yeah, see, I'd touch it just enough to. I believe, though, that 1 ball does go at this point. But see what I did down there? I created another mess because I hit it too hard. And I wasn't paying attention, and I ended up making the 6 and 7 sit right next to each other. So at this point, I probably should have played a nice little safety where I put that my cue ball right up there off those balls. All right, well, that was a pretty good shot. But I ended up blocking. Now I kind of have to shoot the 7 into the side and come up. Oh, I know. Yeah. So I'm try to hit this 7 here. Trying to make that 7 ball in this pocket and bring that cue ball right up in this area. I can, around this area. But it's tough because I'm not taking, a lot of energy isn't coming off that cue ball because it's a thin cut. Trying to control the speed. I didn't quite hit it hard enough. I wanted that ball to be almost on this ball, like right in this area, because then I could control it a little bit better. Now I'm kind of leaning across the table and see, I'm trying to bring that ball back down here in that spot. And I end up hitting it on the other side and get it on this spot. So if I put a little bit more a little bit more left on it. I think I would have been on the other side. It'd have been great. It'd have been out. But this one here, I'm just trying to hit this ball, but it's not looking good for me because Kenny's got the skill level. He can run the rest of it. He's out. And while I make a legal hit, I leave that ball almost in the middle part of the table. Well, in the middle part of that half of the table, we'll say. So Kenny's 7 balls away from taking this match. It's really his choice because there's really no problems at all on this table. You know, he's got his choice of which balls to shoot at. Obviously, I think he's going to shoot for the, looks like it might be the 12 ball. Start up at this end of the table, clear those balls, go to the other end, and be fine. Nice, nice. Got a little shallower of an angle than he probably would have wanted to get that 11. I think it's the 11. If it's not, roll with me. Roll with it. Oh, see, I didn't quite. Okay, so now he's got, but he's still looking pretty good. This is where we think. I think we just think about it too much. If we just hit this ball. Yeah, we just need to hit the ball here. Just he's thinking about it a little too much. So how would you guys shoot this out? How would you let me know? How would you all shoot this ball? I mean, this is nothing, and it seems easy, but when it's late at night and you're in a tournament, you're playing somebody, you're playing kind of a high level person, you really want to beat them. You tend to slow up. You know, your heart gets racing. You're seeing it and you're thinking, wow, this is pretty easy. And you know, how do you control yourselves? How do you bring it down? Uh, how do you control your breathing, your heart rate? Because you're basically your level of excitement, because that can mess you up in more ways than one. I mean, we've all been there before. We've gotten too excited when we should have won the game, and we snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, so to speak. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. It's definitely going to take his time on it. So he might be playing a safety here. At the same time trying to make that ball, yeah. So I'm up at the 6 here. I don't really have, you know, looking back at this game, it's like I can I try to go this way because, you know, that's just me being offensive. But I guess after seeing him struggle there, a good safety. Yeah. And then I'm not even sure I would have got position on the 8 at this point. I was kind of frustrated just because of what I did there on that shot. But maybe try to put the ball down here, make him shoot a long shot. Would have been the better course of action for me. Try to tie him up against one of those balls down there, but I'm not that. I don't think I shoot that well. I don't have good command of my safeties, as command as I probably should. They're getting better. They're just not there yet. So he makes a nice shot there. Let's see if he can calm down and run this rack out. I don't know which way he goes here. He could go this way here, put the cue ball coming off this rail and coming sort of down here for that next ball, or he could take it this way, make that ball, you know, bring that cue ball here, make this ball here. It's just a choice that he has, just a choice that he's running through. The ball on the right, if you're going to do that, I think you're just going to put a little top on it, right? You don't really want to put top left. You just want to be straight top, not too hard. There's a nice Nice, like what I say, a lag stroke will probably get you into where you want to be over there, as long as you're not behind the 8 ball. There you go. He hit a little firm, but he's still okay. A little harder than he had to, but because now basically he's if you guys have noticed, because he hit it so hard, he has essentially blocked this pocket over here with my ball. But he ended up correcting nice and got into a really good position to end the game. Nice shot. So he's calling the upper right corner. Some people in this tournament would have got upset because they didn't mark his pocket, but I'm not going to win a game that way. Too much self pride. It's a nice shot, Kenny. And yeah, that's how that one ended, guys. It was a rough one, but I had my chances. I had at least a chance on game 3. I had a chance on game 4. I should have won it. And really, in game 5, it came down to just missing that bad position off of that one ball. That if I wouldn't have got on the other side of that stripe down there, I would have made that 6. It would have been it for me. So anyway, hey, that's the end of this video. And well, thanks for sticking around and watching it. And if you guys like anything, give me a thumbs up. If you, I don't, just let me know what's going on. Let me know how I can improve. Let me know if I should stop.